What a time to be alive. We have access to literally millions of cat pics just in the palm of our hands. Technology is soon going to give us self-driving cars. And then most importantly, Thorn is back in Destiny. That is right, guys. Thorn is here in year 3. So, let me welcome you to the channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the year 3 version of Thorn and why it's quite possibly one of the best weapons in the game as far as PvP is concerned. First, let's talk about the quest a little bit. So there are tons and tons of videos and tutorials out there that are going to show you how to get the weapon, and that's kind of why I'm not going to do that. What I do want to talk about though is a little bit kind of why I'm really disappointed with the quest. So if we rewind back to year 1, okay, all my year 1 players out there, you guys remember how much this original Thorn quest line sucked huge dick. Mainly the void kill part in the Crucible. That was easily the worst. I remember playing on my Warlock back whenever I used to main a Warlock, using my void shotgun to crouch around corners like a little bitch, trying to earn those kills. I remember camping Heavy every time Heavy would spawn up multiple times around. You guys remember that? It wouldn't come up just once. Praying that I could get at least 2 kills with Truth. At least. But most of all, I remember that death would count against your progress in this quest. And I know this is going to be kind of an unpopular opinion, but I actually kind of miss that, believe it or not. I miss that difficulty. You know, my year 1 players, like I said, whenever I would see someone using Thorn, I knew they were kind of a badass. Now granted, I know the playstyle that I just described that I used did not necessarily promote a very favorable playstyle among the community. In fact, it was camping like a little scared bitch because I just wanted to get the damn kill so I can get my gun. But point being is that it took some skill. It did. I feel like it took a certain degree of skill, and whenever I finally got my Thorn, I was proud. I was excited. You know, I would see others using theirs, and I would think to myself, holy shit, that guy really worked his ass off for it. I think the greatest comparison to be made is to the Chaperone questline, right? I mean, everybody remembers if you have a Chaperone, how difficult that was, and the main reason was because death, counted against your progress towards it. So, to say the least, I was a little disappointed with this one because although you did have to get void ability kills, it was a little bit easier, and if anything, I would describe the quest as being more grindy instead of actually being difficult. But I digress. So without further ado, let's take a look at the weapon's stats. We'll take a look at the perk tree, and we're also going to see how it compares to some of the other primaries that are in the game. Right away, you guys can tell that this is a different archetype than Hawkmoon, right? It's a higher rate of fire with a lower impact. And so what I decided to do, I wanted to pull out the Appellant 3 from New Monarchy. I pulled it out the vault just to give a little bit of a comparison here. Later on, you guys are going to see a video comparison of how these two stack up and what makes them actually different. So let's take a look at the skill tree really fast. So first things first, we'll start off with our ballistic options, right? We have Accurized Ballistics with Field Choke. Then we have Aggressive Ballistics. We have Final Round, Snapshot, Send It, which is the obvious choice, Perfect Balance, and then we have the weapon's exotic perk, Mark of the Devourer. Now that we got the boring shit out the way, it's time for me to tell you why this gun is quite possibly the best hand cannon in PvP right now. And to do that, we're going to have to take a trip into a private match. Alright, so, with help from my good friend Casper over here, he is going to let me shoot him in the face for science. So as you can see, the Appellant 3 cannot kill with 1 headshot and 2 body shots. It doesn't do enough critical damage. Now, the Thorn, which is in the exact same archetype, can. And it's got just a slightly higher critical shot damage than your other weapons in this archetype, which is absolutely fantastic. But what does all this mean? So you're probably thinking to yourself, I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but what does this have to do with me, and why should I even bother using this over my God Roll AS Lunar, my God Roll Imago Loop? Well, here's the thing. This slight advantage in critical shot damage is going to increase your time to kill, believe it or not, pretty substantially, and that's because you're able to get off more shots than your AS Luna, your Imago Loop, and your Hawk Moons, right? So, we all know that faster time to kill means you're going to kill people and be able to challenge them a lot quicker than if you were using something with a lower rate of fire. Not only that, not only is the time to kill just absolutely incredible on this weapon, but you still get to take advantage of the exotic perk. Now, in year 1, this weapon could two-shot people, right? So you would get 2 critical shots, and you could literally walk away and know that they were going to die because the dot damage, or the damage over time, was going to kill them, which made this weapon arguably incredibly overpowered, and quite frankly, it was the bane of my existence in Crucible. Now, however, it serves a little bit different purpose. So I don't get tons of kills with the exotic perk. I mean, I can get cleanup kills with it every once in a while if they've taken damage or anything like that. I can use it to tag them and then walk away knowing, because the dot does not last as long as it used to, nor does it do as much damage, which again, I'm cool with. The main reason I use this exotic perk is kind of like a wall hack. And what I mean by that is you can shoot your enemy and watch them through the wall, watch the damage numbers pop up, and see where they're going to go, where they're going to take cover to recover their health. And that is invaluable in a lot of these game types. It is invaluable in something like Trials when your competition is pretty stiff. So I'm going to strongly advise, guys, I'm going to stand by it and say that this is probably going to be my absolute favorite hand cannon in the game right now. I am going to try it out in some of the more competitive things like Trials. I have been having so much fun with it. So please do yourselves a favor. Go pick this gun up. You will not be disappointed. And don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe to the video. If you guys want more, please let me know. And also, if anybody does have the statistics on like time to kill and stuff like that for this weapon, please let me know. I couldn't find it for year 3. I could find it for year 1, which was absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, be sure to let me know. And I will see you guys in the Crucible. Peace.